The Dallas, Texas area is a popular place to live with over 300 people moving to the Dallas area. Obviously, there's some great reasons to call the Dallas area home, but there's also some reasons you may not want to move here, and that's what we're talking about today, so stay tuned.
Hey there, we are Bret and Molly Chance with Texas Home Life Realty, and we love helping people find the best Dallas suburb to call home. The Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex is a big place with lots of great cities, so finding the right place for you and your family to live can seem overwhelming. Well, if that's you, we're here to help. Just reach out to us by phone, email, we'll go to work helping you find your new home.
We lived in the Dallas area our entire lives. Well, I briefly did live in Colorado, but my family moved back as soon as possible. I've seen a lot of changes in the last 4 decades since the U.S. News and World Report ranked the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex number 24 in best places to live, number 17 best places to retire, and number 2 best places to live in Texas. So with all that being said, we've helped a lot of people from out of the area decide whether they should move to the Dallas area or not. Like I said earlier, there are a lot of great reasons to call Dallas home, but there are a few things people want to know before they move here.
The weather in Dallas can be crazy. You can have a freak ice storm with freezing temperatures one day in February, then 90 degrees and sunny a few days later. Yes, that happened to us here just last year in 2021, and we've even seen it suddenly snow on Easter. Our spring weather can also bring tornadoes and hail as well. Now, one question we get asked a lot about is, do we get tornadoes? Here's the thing, most of the time we get plenty of warning ahead of time. So if there is a possibility of a tornado heading our way, we usually know about it. And you'll learn the best way to protect yourself if you're in your home is to head into the centermost room in the house, which is, usually a bathroom with plumbing in the walls is helpful. If you're out driving, you get off into a ditch as soon as possible. We also tend to have hail and heavy rainstorms in the spring as well. You just don't want to have any hail damage to your roof fixed until the spring storms have passed. There's no need paying 2 insurance deductibles. Now, things really heat up in July and August with temperatures reaching 100 degrees and above. The best way to deal with this is to have a pool or just stay inside in the air conditioning. Us Texans love our AC.
As Molly talked about, we definitely have some crazy weather, not only here in the Dallas area, but also all across the state of Texas. So homeowners in Texas pay higher insurance premiums than most other states due to these weather-related risks or issues, such as hailstorms, windstorms, tornadoes, and hurricanes. According to MoneyGeek.com, the average cost of homeowners insurance in Dallas is $3,939 annually, or approximately $328 a month. Home insurance in Dallas is higher than the average in Texas, which costs just over $3,300 per year. It is also higher than the national average of $2,100 per year. That's definitely something you want to factor in when you're considering moving to the Dallas area.
Now, Dallas ranks in the top 50 cities for the highest number of mosquito treatments in a study done by Orkin. It ranks behind Los Angeles, Atlanta, and Washington, D.C. Besides mosquitoes, we do have bugs and the dreaded fire ants as well. Most people in the Dallas area have to have their homes and their yards treated on a regular basis to keep the bugs away. But not to worry, if you're like us and you're not big on putting chemicals everywhere, there are definitely other ways you can keep these pests away. As a matter of fact, we just had a local company come out and treat our house for ants, and they have both chemical and eco-friendly ways to treat all types of pests. And as far as mosquitoes go, a few tips that we mostly live by are just to make sure that we don't have any standing water that isn't kept clean. That's definitely a magnet for those crazy mosquitoes. And they tend to be really heavy at dawn, and it does. So either just spray yourself down or use, like we do, a Spartan stick, a bug zapper, or a Thermacell. These things have really worked well for us because those mosquitoes tend to love myself and my daughter. Apparently we have that blood type, that special blood type that they are drawn to.
Texas property taxes are currently the 7th highest in the United States. Texas taxes are compared to other states might seem higher, but they don't pay income tax or vehicle property tax like other states do. The value of your home is based on the appraisal of the tax assessor and is calculated based on the county you live in. This does not include the city taxes or any other special property tax districts. I'll go over these numbers in each of the counties making up the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. In Dallas County, the average effective property tax for residents with single-family homes in 2021 was just over $6,000. This comes out to 1.36% for those homeowners. In terms of change in the county's average home prices from 2020 to 2021, Dallas County saw a 16% increase, going from $388,000 in 2020 to $450,000 in 2021. Now in Tarrant County, which is Fort Worth, the average effective property tax for residents with single-family homes in 2021 was $5,438. This comes out to 1.48% for those homeowners in terms of change in the county's average home price from 2020 to 2021. Tarrant County saw a 20% increase, going from $309,000 in 2020 to $369,000 in 2021. Now in Collin County, which is the McKinney area, the average effective property tax for residents with single-family homes in 2021 was $7,100. This comes out to 1.29% for those homeowners. In terms of change in the county's average home prices from 2020 to 2021, Collin County saw a 23% increase, going from $401,000 in 2020 to $493,000 in 2021. And now in Denton County, which is around the city of Denton, the average effective property taxes for residents in single-family homes in 2021 was $6,700. This comes out to 1.42% for those homeowners in terms of change in the county's average for home prices in 2020-2021. Denton County saw a 23% increase in the same mark as Collin County. Denton County average price went from $379,000 in 2020 to $465,000 in 2021.
The Texas chapter of the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America ranks Dallas as the 28th worst allergy capital in the U.S. out of 100. It's mainly the worst in the spring and in the fall when the trees and the grasses are growing. In general, the trees release their pollen in the spring, the grasses in the late spring, and then the weeds release their pollen in the fall. Not everyone suffers with allergies, but you can usually spot them by their stuffy nose and their red and watering eyes. Now, most of these people usually deal with these allergies by using medications or just being careful to close all their doors and windows during the peak allergy season. We actually have daily pollen forecasts to help people plan out their outdoor activities. We recently had a past client that put a special filtration system in his new home that really cut down on a lot of those allergens. So that can definitely be an investment that is well worth it to those that really suffer. But like I said, generally the allergy season is just for a short period of time. It's just during the spring and the fall seasons, and it really depends on the specific allergens.
The Dallas area is also known for its heavy traffic, with the worst being during rush hour, which is from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. in the morning and from 3 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. in the evening. The Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex covers over 9,000 square miles, and there isn't much public transportation. The area is growing and many people are living further out from the city. The average commute time is about 30 minutes. Now, the good news is that there are generally hot spots of congestion of traffic, and you can sometimes avoid these hot spots by finding a different route or going different times of the day if possible. I generally use the Waze app to help avoid the heavy traffic areas when I'm driving, showing clients the properties in the area. Checking out drive time and the traffic between work and your new potential home is something you'll definitely want to check out before buying a home in the Dallas area. But a lot of people that I know are able to work from home, so that definitely helps out.
Dallas and the surrounding areas are mostly flat. So if you're looking for scenery like mountains and oceans, you're probably out of luck here. But what Dallas lacks in mountains and views, it makes up with skylines and lakes. The Dallas skyline is pretty amazing if you're a city person. But if you drive out of the city a little bit, you can see some really pretty meadows, especially in the springtime when everything is green, the flowers are blooming. We also have some great lakes in the Dallas area as well. Now, the state of Texas is broken into 7 regions, and each region has a different landscape. There is Big Bend country, which is the most remote, but also considered to be the most beautiful. Big Bend National Park is one of America's largest national parks, covering more than 800,000 acres along the Rio Grande River in West Texas. Then there is the Texas Hill Country, which features rolling countryside. This is a favorite for a lot of Texans to vacation at. The South Texas plains expand from San Antonio to the Rio Grande River, with a changing scenery from rolling countryside to desert. And the Panhandle Plains are in the northwest corner of Texas, where you can find the Palo Duro Canyon, the second largest canyon in the U.S. Then the Texas Gulf Coast stretches over 350 miles from Galveston to South Padre Island and overlooks the Gulf of Mexico. The piney woods of northeast Texas has forests, streams, lush meadows, which brings us back to the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, which is considered the prairies and lakes region. So as you can see, there's a lot of great scenery across the state of Texas if you want to get outside of Dallas just a little bit.
If you have any questions about moving to the Dallas area, we would love to help. Just reach out to us by phone or email, and we'll get to work helping you find the right place for you to call home for you and your family.